Hello everyone and welcome to another video. It's your girl, Scarlett, and I'm here feeling very excited and also very scared because I will be playing Sylus's Myth. Finally. Oh gosh, I've been really trying to stop myself from watching and reading spoilers online. So let's head into the game, shall we? There he is.
No need to be scared. I'll give you a heads up before I touch you.
You don't
like
have to.
Like right now, for instance.
I did not expect him to do that. It's like he knows I'm terrified. Alright, so I do have to say I did read The World Underneath regarding Kieran's and Luke's backstory, and wow, I cried. But this really just made me fall in love with the twins even more. Like, I do hope we get to see more of them in the main story, or even appearing in cards if possible. But yeah, definitely one of my favorite supporting characters. I've gained a whole new perspective and I'm seeing them in a whole new light. So yeah, that's one thing. So let's see. Let's get into that myth, shall we? Beyond Cloudfall. Here we go. Okay, whew. Okay, let me just gather myself. Alright. The petal flutters, drifting far in the wind. My dragon has returned to the clouds above. That doesn't sound very good, but okay. Ignoring the very obvious death flag I am feeling right now. Okay, Beyond Cloudfall, moving into chapter 1. Let's go. Oh. Once on the day that I lost everything. Oh dear. I met my dragon. Yo, the music.
The sorceress has been judged! Greed and evil shall perish so long as His Majesty and the Sacred Judicator protect Philos for all eternity!
Is it just me, or do they pronounce Philos differently every time? I don't know.
The sorceress has been judged! Greed and evil shall perish so long as His Majesty and the Sacred Judicator protect
Didn't you just say that?
for all eternity!
Okay, jeez, my goodness, what did she do? And where is she? Oh. Scarlet raindrops enter my eyes, while far below they gather into a gurgling stream at the depths of the abyss. Oh, wow. Through my blurry vision, I catch a flash of lightning ripping through Phyllis's gloomy night sky. I can't die here. From my periphery to the area in front of me, darkness spreads like an all-consuming ocean. The world descends as the Wanderer's claws close in, their cold, eerie glint like the flash of death's scythe. I won't accept this. There's no escaping it now. I refuse to accept this. What's going on? Oh wow, that was bright.
I like your eyes. They are beautiful. In them, I can see your hatred, defiance, and greed for life.
Holy shit, if you could see my arms. Goosebumps, what the fuck was that? The wind ceases and it feels like time is caught in an invisible grip. I close my eyes before struggling to open them again. A flash of white light streaks across an ancient rock wall. There I see the shadow of a massive beast with horns. Oh, we get to see him. That's... Chains bind its wings so tightly that if not for the greatsword lodged in its chest, its massive form would almost merge with the rock wall. Oh. Oh, he already has the claymore in his chest. Damn.
Make a deal with me, if you want to live, that is.
Oh, that is so eerie. What the hell?
Pull out the sword.
Okay. The fiend actually exists?
You don't have time for questions.
In the next instant, the stilled air starts to move again, and a rancid wind howls at the once frozen wanderers leap toward me. Oh, so time really sort of froze around her, like that communication was instantaneous. Driven by defiance and fury, I raise my hands and grip the rusted sword. I want to live. Oh, okay, we're doing this. No matter the cost. When I pull out the sword, the rust melts away and transforms into light. It surges into my body, mingling with a strand of black-red mist. Amidst the chaos, wings flap and stir up a whirlwind of sand and gravel. I'm thrown onto the ragged rocks, my vision growing hazier by the second. All I can see in the darkness is a single dark red gem-like eye. Oh dear. Do we see him? No, we don't. Damn it! Oh gosh, okay. Ooh, I'm kind of shaking a little bit. Holy shit. Enormous wings cut across the land, casting shadows like the end of days over every city in Sylus. On that day, the girl marked for execution unleashed the fiend from the abyss. This was long before humans arrived on this planet. Thousands of years ago, dragons ruled over the lands of Sylus. By nature, dragons are wicked creatures that feed on human souls. Okay, there's some contradicting information here. They excel at drawing out the darkest parts of a person's heart, driving humans to turn on one another and become slaves to their desires. The greedier the soul, the more irresistible it is to a dragon. Seen as the embodiment of evil, dragons were a harbinger of the world's end. Wherever they appeared, doomsday followed. That was until the last dragon on the planet was sealed in the bottom of the abyss over 1,600 years ago. Damn, see, I knew Sylus was old, but he is freaking old. Also, I'm wondering who is narrating this. Like, is this just like a legend that's passed among humans? Because first they say this was long before humans arrived on this planet, but then they say dragons are wicked and they feed on human souls. Then what did they feed on before humans were there? If anything, that just tells me humans corrupted dragons. Yep, I said it. Humans are evil. Oh. Doomsday faded into a forgotten myth, and the age of humanity finally began. Oh, I thought that was the end, thank God. I was like, there's no way. I feel as though my chest is being ripped open. Oh, an overwhelming weight presses down on my body. I'm immobilized. Whoa. The towering black building looms, its top swallowed by darkness. A scaly beast's claw firmly pins me down to the central platform. Oh shit. What's happening? I can't move. Oh, this is the same golden light we saw during Raphael's branch story. Interesting. I looked down to see strands of faint golden light being pulled from my body by an invisible force. Didn't that happen also in Raphael's branch story? Okay. It hurts. I struggle to turn my head. Once again, the shadow of a dragon's horns and wings are flickering on the wall where firelight dances. Oh my gosh. The way the suspense is like, it's killing me right now. Like, I really want to see him. Clarity strikes me and I cry out in pain. Stop it. Our deal. I would be kept alive. The fiendish shadow lowers its head and its voice pierces my mind.
To be a dead person walking counts as being alive.
What? You want to turn me into a zombie? Stop! No! In between life and death, an uncontrollable tremor erupts from deep within my soul. A phantom greatsword forms in my hand. It plunges into the beast's chest. What? What? Oh, okay, we're stabbing him already. Wow. Oh, shit. The dragon's pained cry resounds in the hall, and the weight on my body vanishes. Clutching my chest, I quickly sit up. What was he doing? So he was sucking up her soul? Is light, that resonance light, is like her soul being sucked away? Is that it? As my breathing steadies, I realize I haven't been torn open like I thought.
I vividly recall you saying, no matter the cost.
Oh wow, why is he so far away? Oh, okay, okay. Oh, there he is! My heart! Whew! Whew! Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, whew, calm down, Scarlet. Okay. Pull yourself together, woman. Oh my gosh, look at him in his full glory. I know I look at him in Destiny Cafe, but just seeing him in this context it's so different. Oh, okay. Oh gosh, I'm sweating. I think I need to turn on the AC. Okay. Character. The giant beast's shadow fades away, and from the darkness emerges a man wrapped in a blood-red mist. He watches me like I'm his prey, and similar to the dragon, he possesses a pair of beautiful garnet-like eyes. I like how the first time she's seeing him, and the first thing she thinks of is, wow, he has pretty eyes. I set you free and you saved me. That means our deal in the abyss is done. He slowly approaches me. I quickly stumble as I make my way down the platform. I can barely keep my distance from him. Oh, this is kind of scary. Dragons can only feed on human souls if they're offered up willingly. So, as long as I don't agree, you can't eat me. The fiend narrows his eyes and approaches me from the other side of the platform.
Is that it?
Oh shit.
Instead of claiming your lackluster soul.
Excuse me?
You need to return what doesn't belong to you.
Huh? Wait, what? The dragon curls a finger. Golden light is once again pulled from my chest. Oh. Oh, so she has... okay, so there's something in her that belongs to Sylus. You... Stop! But the more I struggle, the clearer it becomes. A strange, unsettling black mist is tangled up within me. It feels like a soul that isn't mine has somehow fused with my own. Oh, okay. They share a soul?
It's not that unbearable, is it? Having your soul torn apart and all.
I mean, that does sound kind of unbearable. The dragon suddenly yanks me across the platform. Its blood-red eye... Oh, sorry. Its blood-red right eye just inches from my face. Oh, damn. In a flash, my mind is dragged into an abyssal vortex, just when I think I'm about to be devoured. What? The wind howls through the Crimson Valley as countless soldiers of the Legion of Justicia thrust their weapons at my chest. Oh, we're seeing Sylus's past, isn't it? I quickly realize this isn't my past, and the body writhing in pain isn't mine either. This is the dragon's memory. I gather my strength, tense up, trying to break free from the memory. The valley and wind fade away like weathered paint. So she's seeing into his past. Traces of light swiftly flow back into my chest. It even pulls the fiend to me. Oh wow, so this is kind of like the shackles that they share. I guess this is sort of explaining why they have that resonance shackle. Oh, okay. He covers his right eye with his hand and leans over the platform.
Your power. What is its source?
Oh, damn. My power? Oh, so her resonance is what's causing this. Okay. That's a question even I can't answer. Before I can think further, a claw-like hand grabs my chin and pulls me closer. Okay. Oh, okay.
Look at me.
Yes, sir. Cold sweat blurs my vision as his grip around my neck tightens. But, oh, god damn it. I can't help but meet his gaze. A familiar voice resounds in my head. It's unmistakably gosh. I'm sorry, Sylus is so distracting. It's unmistakably mine, yet the tone is strangely foreign. His eye, I want that eye. It's mine. It belongs to me. Oh, these are the voices in her head, like the first time they met, right? The one that kept saying, devour him, that one. So she's been having that even since before.
It's getting stronger. The scent of desire. Tell me your desire, and offer your soul to me.
Okay.
Then I shall promise to give you a painless death.
Oh, okay.
Unless you wish to become a minion of a dragon's nest.
Is it just me, or did he just ask her to be his hoe? Because yes, sir, I fully... do you hear that? Do you hear that? That's the sound of my body preparing itself to take in Sylus's two gigantic dragon. Wow, that really broke me out of immersion. I am so sorry. Okay, moving ahead. Wait, okay, a minion of a dragon's nest. Yeah, no, it's really hard not to see it as an invitation to be his... Because sign me up, sir! I grip my hand so tight it nearly draws blood. But how could anyone sell their soul to the fiend? Easy. Look at him. Done. I don't want anything. Except you.
You fool.
Oh. His finger brushed over my lip that I bit earlier. There's a tingling sensation, and his right eye gleams with a faint blood-red light. I can't breathe. No, I need to come up with something. Anything, so long as it keeps me alive. Countless fleeting thoughts that could barely serve as excuses flash in my mind. I only managed to grasp one. Is she gonna say yes to the whole dragon's nest thing? Okay. Take me back to the Ivory City. I must return.
Your life is hanging by a thread, mortal.
Oh.
And yet you still dare to play tricks.
Sorry. I'm being honest. I used to live in the sanctuary, but they judged me as a sorceress and threw me into the abyss. I won't accept this. I want revenge. My heart pounds in my chest and my hand trembles as I reach for my dagger. Suddenly, the restraints on me disappear. I'm forcefully flung back to the platform. Oh, that sounded painful. Okay. The dark mist skims. Oh, God damn it, why is this so quick? Right, I forgot. Okay, I'm sorry. The dark mist skims along the smooth surface of the platform, retreating into his palm. As it does, my wounds close up, leaving no scars behind. It's almost unreal. Ah, so MC could also heal. Okay, alright, since I paused, I feel like I need to let out what I have running in my thoughts. One, I think we're seeing the nature of MC's power as a resonator. She can merge her soul with others, I'm thinking. But she probably did it unintentionally. I'm guessing she did it when she pulled the sword out of... the claymore out of him. And, you know, in desperation, crying out for help, she sort of linked with him in a way. I don't know. I'm just talking out of my butt, so... But I feel like, yeah, that's why he says he's trying to take back something from her. Now, if we're considering this as their first meeting, then that resonance thing that I was talking about sort of has weight. But if this is not their first meeting, then that would probably explain why there's a piece of him in her. But that's interesting. So her soul merged with his, and I guess that's why she can heal. Continuing.
Lead the way.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know why, but I felt like I was holding my breath. Holy shit, that was just chapter 1. I'm sweating. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to handle 8 chapters. Holy shit. Okay, this myth is on a different level. Wow. Okay, so interesting. Really feeling that whole enemies to lovers thing, because we all know how this ends, right? They become lovers, but Sylus is kind of scary, yo. he kind of scary. I like, wow, the power this man had, like, whew, okay. All right, so since I already said what I was thinking, is there anything else I can add about this? So number 1, I'm not really sure why MC was branded evil, and they called her a sorceress as well. So I guess her resonating. Maybe they thought she's like some sort of sorceress because of her resonating powers. I'm really not sure. Yeah. Yeah. So I was not expecting to see Sylus with the claymore in his chest already. I thought we'd only see that at the end, you know, because of angst purposes. But yeah, interesting. And for some reason, the claymore responded to her. She said that it disappeared and went inside her, right? But yeah, stuff to think about. Alright, moving on to chapter 2. Okay. Over 1,600 years ago, after centuries of war with humanity, the dragon, said in legend to bring about Sylus' end, was finally sealed in the abyss beneath the fiend-infested Taurus city by the Legion of Justicia. Okay. This decisive event, known as the Battle of Taurus, led to widespread praise for the Legion. The leader who drove his sword into the dragon's heart was revered as the sacred judicator. Monuments honoring his deeds stand tall across Sylus, and his followers build a grand sanctuary in his name after his death. Every year, the sanctuary takes in some of the city's orphans in the name of the sacred judicator. It is a place held in even higher regard than the royal palace. When these orphans come of age, a judicator's oracle, dressed in magnificent robes, takes them away to join the Legion of Justicia. However, the judicator's oracle who came in to take me threw me into the abyss in front of everyone. Why, though? Oh, okay, I guess we're gonna see now. Oh, my goodness, jeez. Okay, wait for me, my goodness! The pure white sanctuary stands in solemn grandeur, and the pristine marble floor gleams. The intricate wall carvings are well maintained, appearing new. They looked just like this when I was taken away. The followers gathered here scatter the moment they see the sorceress who was supposed to be dead. Oh, they came back. As for the guards, they fall apart like dominoes with just a flick of a finger. Oh.
Growing up in a cage like this, no wonder your soul is so dull.
Oh, okay.
It's time.
Revenge is important, but so is staying alive. The news of the fiend's appearance in the sanctuary must be spreading like wildfire in the city. Once the Legion of Justicia arrives to deal with him, I can slip away in the chaos. Ooh, MC kinda slick. I watch the last guard disappear from view, pretending I didn't see them as I turn away. The Judicator's oracle who judged me isn't here, so my revenge will have to wait. For now, at least. Otherwise... However, the dragon shows no interest in my plan for revenge. He stands in a beam of sunlight deep within the sanctuary. His figure stands out against the pure white architecture, yet he's like a statue that belongs here. Ooh, I wonder if that's alluding to something. Taken aback, I quickly shake my head and move to his side.
What is that?
Following the dragon's gaze, I see the mural on the sanctuary ceiling. At its center is a godlike figure in a bright red cloak, wielding a long sword as he executes an evil dragon in a corner. Oh, the fiend-slaying god. The godlike man represents the sacred judicator, and the evil dragon getting a sword through its chest in the corner? That's probably you. I can't figure out why he keeps staring at it. Forget the insult. The dragon is drawn without any semblance of beauty. The dragon lowers his eyes, casting a calm, scrutinizing glance over my face. Of course it's just the artist's take. You're much more handsome and imposing in real life. Okay. He looks at the text beneath the mural.
It's been 1,677 years since I was sealed away.
Oh, damn. You can read that?
You can't?
He just called us stupid. It's written in an ancient language that's been lost to time. Nobody can read it anymore. What does it say? The fiend looks at the ceiling again.
The fiend is the very essence of malice and greed, skilled at twisting human desires. He drives mortals to turn against each other, leading them to their own demise. Given time, the world will be swallowed by chaos and descend into ruination. The fiend's arrival marks the onset of doomsday.
Oh, damn. I don't know, just the way he's looking at it, I feel like it's like propaganda, maybe?
During the Battle of Taurus, the sacred judicator with a will of iron stood firm against the corruption of evil. In a war so fierce, he emerged as the sole honorable survivor. He sealed away the fiend, the very harbinger of doomsday, deep within the planet's chasm. With the curse of doomsday lifted, hope was restored to Philos.
I heard the fiend, which is you, has a destined arch-nemesis. The individual must be the sacred judicator, correct?
What a lofty title.
Oh, I wonder if he had some sort of a connection with this, Justice Judicator something something. Yeah, this story sounds pretty fake to me too. Sunlight spills through the sanctuary's entrance. The silence is so intense that it's unsettling. The Legion of Justicia still hasn't arrived. If there's no one to hold him back, I can't escape. I try to think of other ways to stall, so I quickly shift the conversation. Yes, this is the resting place of your arch-nemesis. The sacred judicator in the mural might be long dead, but his ashes are kept here. There's even a statue of him in the inner hall. I sit on the armrest of a bench, feigning excitement. I rest my chin in my hand and look at the fiend. So, what's your pick for revenge? Smash it to bits, douse it in ink, cover it with curses, or scatter his ashes onto the streets? He falls silent again. I look over and see his countenance veiled in a soft light. It's difficult to discern the emotions hidden underneath. This man trapped you in the abyss for over 1,000 years while he was worshipped as a hero, basking in glory.
Are you referring to that glory built upon ignorant faith? Do you expect me to envy such foolishness?
Oh. Swoosh! A Justicia arrow forged from golden ore and crackling with electricity cuts through the air right as I speak. Finally! Next to me, the fiend raises his hand and makes a pinching motion. The flying arrow immediately disintegrates into particles.
How boring.
Right before the next attack, the sanctuary is engulfed in a dazzling light that blinds everyone present with its radiance. Now! Behind the silver light, blades charge straight for the fiend. They're accompanied by the sound of hurried footsteps. I step back and look for an opportunity to run outside.
How impudent.
Oh shoot. I heard the crisp snap of his fingers behind me. A sharp pain suddenly surges from deep within my chest, as if my soul has been taken. I can't move. My limbs stiffen and move uncontrollably, forcing me to turn around. A gasp as I take in the sight before me. Oh, so this is Sylus, like, really using his powers, taking full control of your limbs, your consciousness, your body. Oh dear. The guards are tearing into each other like marionettes on invisible strings, holy shit. Slashing, ripping, and killing without mercy. Blood splatters across the engraved walls. What? I'm sorry, I don't know what that word is. The candelabras? Candelabras. Okay, I'm gonna say the candelabras. Please excuse me if that is wrong. The candelabras are toppled amidst the chaos, setting the drapes ablaze. The stained glass windows, once vibrant, now cast an ominous red glow, reflecting a twisted vision of purgatory. Haunting wails and screams echo through the sanctuary. The fiend watches as the place descends into a blood-soaked inferno. He scoffs. Okay, Sylus is really scary.
Even after all these years, mortals are still foolish to the last.
Oh dear. The way he smirked just now. As light streams in through the stained glass, I can see the fiend's blood-splattered face and the cold, cruel curve of his lips.
Come.
Ooh, Okay. His eye. It's his eye manipulating everything.
You're only somewhat clever, but it's still a pitiful display. If you're planning to kill with a borrowed knife, you'd better make sure the blade is sharp enough.
Oh, damn. The familiar excruciating pain tears through my flesh once more, and the faint golden light mixed with black mist is once again pulled from my body. Oh crap, is he trying to take back his soul? His eye, it should be mine.
Even on the brink of death, you still dare to covet my eye.
Oh, Jesus.
You greedy fool.
Wow. Okay.
What a shame.
Wait, you can kill me whenever you like, but if you spare me, I can help you achieve more, and... I bite my lip hard, forcing myself to stay calm and steady as I speak to him. I want to live and I want your eye. It's like how you just want my soul. Is there a problem with that? It's just too bad that I'm not as strong as you. The grip around my neck suddenly loosens.
You said you could help me achieve more. Give me an example.
Oh wow, okay. I take 2 steps back. I cover my neck as I steady myself. My mind races, scrambling for anything a dragon might want. I can help you amass a large amount of wealth and collect a lot of souls. Whatever you need, I can get it for you. Oh wow. In the next moment, my body is lifted off the ground as he soars into the sky. Hey, what are you doing now?
Ask again, and I'll devour you whole.
I'm sorry. With a snap of his fingers, energy erupts from the flames. The columns of fire rise upward and stain the clouds in mesmerizing crimson hues. Whoa! Holy shit! The ground shakes and the magnificent, solemn sanctuary at the heart of the city quickly crumbles into ruins.
For something as tedious as revenge, this will suffice. No need for a spectacle.
So he just killed them all off like that? Guys, Sylus is scary. Why is it so sexy? I mean, this story is really like pulling me in. Like, I'm so engrossed in the story, I forget that I'm actually like simping over this man because he damn scary, okay? Okay, the wind sweeps up the screams and shouts of terror. The fiend holds me and flaps his wings as he flies off into the blazing sunset. Oh, this is like the same cave in that game they were playing. Before the sun disappears under the horizon, we chase the last fragment of light. We find ourselves in a lair perched atop a cliff. As I look down in midair, the cliff and lair form a breathtaking sight between the peaks, like the skeleton of a dragon poised to take flight. He lands on the other side where the lighting is noticeably better, and there are no blood-soaked stone platforms. Is this your home?
Have you ever met a fiend with a home?
After the dragon puts me down, although it feels more like I was dropped, he drags his tail along a stone staircase to the upper level of the cave. Seeing that he isn't trying to restrain me, I okay, sorry. I'm guessing I try to escape? Run toward the cave's entrance, yes. Well, yeah, I guess instinct, I would do that too. Pebbles roll off the cliff, but I can't hear them fall. Oh shit. I stop just in time to stare at the sheer cliffside outside. My heart sinks into the depths of despair. Fine, if I can't go back to the Ivory City, I guess this dragon's lair will have to do. Light illuminates the cave every so often. I follow the faint glow up the stone steps and catch up to the figure ahead of me. I suppose you won't be eating my soul for now?
Assuming that was still the case, why would I even bring you back here? Stay put.
Oh, okay. Of course, I don't believe this dragon spared me just because I can help him make money. But I don't know what he has planned for me. I walk up to him and continue our conversation. If I'm going to live here, my living quarters should at least be decent. Your cave is too basic. What do you think? Following the spiral stone staircase to the top of the cave, I feel as if I stepped into a world that never sees the light. The dragon stops walking, his tail coils around my waist and lifts me to the final step. With a cold, lowered gaze, he stares at me.
Choose.
Choose what? Oh, wow. Unspoken words catch in my throat as I watch him snap his fingers. He releases an energy orb that floats into the cave's depths. Oh, am I supposed to, choose a room? Oh, wow. One by one, red flames ignite as far as the eye can see. My surroundings are illuminated by their shimmering light. Before me is an endless array of treasures and luxurious garments.
You are not interested?
Okay. You'd really give these to me?
Why not? You're also mine now.
Oh, wow, okay. His tail wraps around me again. My body is turned around and pushed toward the treasure trove. The dragon's lair hasn't been visited for a long time. I make my way to a pile of gold, clear away thick cobwebs, and spot an old, toppled sword rack behind it. I lift the nearly rotted wood and pick up a dagger that glints with a cold, sharp light.
It's called the Fiend Bane. Legends say you could plunge it into a dragon's heart and twist it 3 times to completely shatter the dragon's soul.
Sir, why do you have that? I set the dagger down and notice an open box to my right. Inside is a blade that looks like a hidden weapon.
The Golden Crow's Feather of Eternity, designed specifically for gouging out a dragon's eyes. You humans seem to think the longer the name, the more formidable the weapon. But this little thing isn't even good for trimming my nails.
Okay. Okay. That's interesting. So even in this life, well, his giant collection in the N109 zone does make sense now. He has hordes and hordes of weapon warehouses, and not even, I guess, partly for supplies, but also partly as a collection. And I guess that started because of his dragon instincts, which is really, it's cool to see. I never expected your collection would be all weapons. Do dragons have hobbies too?
Your kind brought them here willingly.
Oh. I imagine they weren't particularly polite about it.
Indeed. It's a shame those who brought them to me are all dead.
Oh, damn.
And I'm still alive.
Oh, wow. Okay. So the sword that sealed you away, was it really given to you by the sacred judicator in the mural?
He was just lucky to get his hands on it, and fortunate enough to drive it into my chest. But only its true master can wield its power.
Oh, okay. And that sword is inside me now. Does that mean I'm its true master? I clench my fist, but maybe my timing is off. The phantom of the greatsword doesn't appear as I'd hope. So it's like in the game, it just sort of manifests. Rounding a thick stone pillar, I find myself staring, not at weapons, but a seemingly endless hoard of treasures. Fine clothes, paintings, musical instruments. So even Dragon Sylus already had a soft spot for the fine arts. Shocked, I can only stare until I realize I just swallowed my saliva.
If you want something, just reach out and take it.
Oh, damn. Okay. In the flickering firelight, our shadows intertwine on the dimly lit wall.
Just like this.
Okay.
Let your greed and desire burn a little brighter.
Whew. His tail glides up my calf. Smiling, the fiend leans in to whisper into my ear.
This is how you'll become worthy enough to be my meal.
Okay. Holding a gem, my hand clenches in fear. I turn my head as his tail suddenly tightens around me. He laughs, watching me struggle in his grasp. No wonder you spared me. You want to fatten me up before going in for the kill.
Even so, you still cling to that gem despite being so close to death's sweet embrace. You truly are a source of entertainment.
Enjoy my company while you can. I might bring you a deadlier experience next time.
Who says death can't be entertaining in itself?
Oh, damn. The firelight casts shadows under his eyelashes. He leans in. He's so close that I can feel his breath enveloping me. It's reminiscent of liquor's intoxicating aroma.
I'll be waiting with bated breath.
Okay, can I just say, these two are freaky AF. I cannot really... That's the thing, I find it very perplexing, but in a good way. I can't really tell if Sylus is doing this because he's interested in her romantically. I feel like his interest right now is just because of his boredom. Literally, like, simply because he is bored and she is someone that is entertaining. Literally, that's how I feel. It's not like because, oh, she has shown me a whole new world. No, he is really trying to fatten her up, tempting her, and MC is, I don't know how to say this, not only is she honest about her desires, but still kind of like fighting him. I love it. Which makes the dynamic between these two, or their conversations, so entertaining. But yeah. Oh, okay, that ended. I should have just waited until... Holy shit, it's only been 2 chapters so far. We did get to see the full might of Sylus's powers. Yeah, we're reminded that Sylus right now in the Lincoln timeline, his powers are chained in a sense that he can't really fully use it or tap into it. We can see just how deadly his power can be. He literally goes into your very soul and influence. I don't think even influence is the right word. He controls you like a marionette, like a puppet, and then make you do things. And not just make you do things, also make you feel things. And I find it very interesting how Sylus can also feel her emotions and her thoughts. I don't think he can read her thoughts, but he can feel it, you know? Just like how MC can also sort of feel his. That whole resonance chain that links the two of them in the current timeline is making a lot of sense. It's not just the ether core in Sylus's eyes and MC's heart, it's also their souls linking them together. That night, the dragon places me with all the treasures he gathered. It's as if I'm one of them. It appears like everything is present, but all I can grasp is the moonlight descending into the lair from an opening. Whenever I close my eyes, the sound of howling wind inside the cave sends me back to the blood-red valley. All I can hear is a dragon's cries. The moment those blades pierce his chest, the same pain and fury also run through me. Perhaps a fragment of the dragon's soul truly did enter my body the moment I pulled out the sword. At the time, I didn't understand the implications. I also didn't know this would mark the start of a curse. Okay, so my initial theory was, I think it's right? When she pulled the sword out, a bit of his soul spilled out, and because of her resonance power, she sort of sucked it in herself. Maybe? I think? I don't know. Oh, day 2. As dawn arrives, I lie on a pile of gold, squinting at the lackluster jewels. I was twirling the fiendbane in my hand for the 3rd time. She's really holding onto that knife. He's just going to fatten me up before savoring the kill. I can't let everything go his way. The source of his power is from his right eye. If I could take it. After a night of turning it over in my mind, I've decided I need that eye. With that eye, I might be able to escape the dragon and avoid the fate of having my soul devoured. Which means I'll have to strike first. Oh, I love this MC. It will definitely take more than one attempt, and I may not be able to wound him, but testing the waters can't hurt. Oh, she is so smart. He's after my soul. He won't just kill me off. Maybe she's a little too brave? Bordering on dumb? Besides, if he's going to treat me like a pet cat, he shouldn't be surprised if he gets scratched. Oh, okay. Walking down the stone staircase, I find myself circling around the broken central pillar over and over. The steps gradually merge with the ground and extend into the depths below. The dragon rests here. I found you. Oh, is it the cutscene? Ah, yes it is. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay, here we go. Wait. I need to sip my water. Give me a minute. Okay. I am hydrated. And not so thirsty anymore. Although looking at him, I'm kind of thirsty again. But anyway. Oh. Oh, damn. Oh, the things I would let him... Oh, jeez. Sir? He handles that tail masterfully. And I'm just pointing that out because, you know. Okay, take this chance. MC, you gullible little thing. Oh, here we go. I knew it.
Your footsteps are noisy, and you breathe heavily.
Well, excuse me.
Consider yourself lucky. At the moment, I'm bored to tears.
Okay. Alright, this strangling thing makes sense now. You'd be a fool to think I only brought one dagger. Oh. Where's the growl? That growl was really hot. Where'd it go? You...
Child's play. I admit you're clever at times, yet your skills leave much to be desired.
Oh.
If you still have tricks, now is the time to use them, mortal. I could use a stretch.
Oh, damn. Okay, damn. Jeez, this is ticking all the boxes for me, and I need to get a grip. Okay. Fanning myself here, clutching my pearls. Okay. If a direct attack doesn't work, I'll have to try a more subtle approach. Okay, this is making sense now. Pretend to soften. I don't have anything else. I was just bored and wanted to play around. You'll let me go, won't you?
Before you tried to kill me, did you consider that it'd end like this?
Okay. Well, you shot your shot, MC. Ooh! Ooh!
I see. Your overconfidence truly led you to believe I'd be merciful.
I agree. Oh.
Feel your heartbeat right now.
Oh, shit.
Don't forget,
Oh.
if I apply more pressure at this very spot, your heart will never beat again.
Ooh, okay.
Are you going to stay this weak forever? This will be the mark for the first time.
The first time. I just realized he said first time. Oh, wow.
Until this mark disappears, you will have 2 more chances to take my life. Prove to me that you can be stronger.
That mark means something, doesn't it? Until this mark disappears. Why? Okay, wait, just give me a minute. I need a moment. Give me a moment. I feel like all the energy has just sort of leaked out of my body from that scene alone, but okay. My first hunt ends with me being branded with a mark from the dragon. Aside from the dragon who resides in the cave's depths, there's also the cave's opening above where the light pours in. That's another challenge to overcome. Even if the dragon has no interest in hurting me at the moment, I can't let myself stay trapped in his gilded cage with no way out. I tear apart the golden silk carpets from the dragon's lair and weave them into a rope. Using his collection of weapons, I carve footholds into the wall. Wow, she is so resourceful. I throw the rope up again and again. With every fall and every fresh wound, the gap between me and freedom grows a little smaller. The dragon knows about my escape plan. Of course he does. Sometimes he even sits on the pile of gold, resting his head in his hand as he watches. Why is this so funny to me? I need someone to draw this, please. He neither helps nor stops me. It takes me a while to realize he isn't just watching. He's studying me out of sheer boredom. Just like I used to watch a cat in the sanctuary that kept trying to jump over a wall it could never clear. Oh wow, the parallels right there. I feel like in a way MC is sort of understanding him, and it's nice to know that even without resonating, she is still able to see the similarities between herself and him. I finally managed to reach the top. 5 days later at the break of dawn, I finally pull myself out of the cave's opening. But I learned that while I found a way to freedom, it's also another dead end. Outside the lair, the abyss seems bottomless. One can only gaze upon a city of ebony, Taurus City. It is a place where fiends lurk. An endless crimson mountain range covered with forests that are void of life with their scorched trees surrounds the lonely city. There is no other path. Behind me, a narrow ridge snakes downward like the spine of a dragon. Between the vertebrae lies a vast, yawning chasm. Chasm.
You'll die if you can't make the jump.
No shit, Sherlock. As I prepare to sprint and leap, the dragon lands behind me. You won't let me die, or else you won't be able to have my soul. However, you're not concerned about me running away.
If you can go down without dying, then you may come and go as you please.
Piece of shit. How dare.
I'm also curious to see where a sorceress who consorts with a fiend thinks she can go.
With his arms crossed, he floats in front of me. I shoot a glance at his dragon horns and tail. You're skilled in flapping your tongue to annoy people. What?
Thank you. It's one of my few strengths.
Oh my gosh, these two. I still haven't found the Judicator's oracle who judged me. My revenge is far from over. Looking for him is better than staying here.
Don't bother. Even if you leap down these 21 bones, no one in your hometown will be waiting for you.
I stop in my tracks. What do you mean? The dragon tosses me a blood-stained bag. Oh. What's in it?
Eyes.
Huh?
Crows pecked out the eyes of the person you're looking for.
My gut tells me this isn't the dragon's doing. Huh? What does that mean? What happened?
You had me destroy a sanctuary, but the Legion of Justicia took it further. They wiped out an entire city under the pretense that doomsday is nigh.
What? The dragon leisurely floats in front of me, a wicked smile on his face, a blood-red vortex swirling deep in his right eye.
The Ivory City is a burning purgatory now.
Oh dear.
A rare sight indeed. Shall I take you there?
Oh. At the highest point of the dragon's ridge, crimson clouds surge upward. I'm swept into a boundless sea of roaring flames. After experiencing a moment of vertigo, I feel as if I'm soaring through the air. A massive shadow glides over the burning ivory city below. Oh, she's seeing things through him. The clash of steel echoes from the blood-stained streets. Stirred by wings, the air carries blood's metallic scent alongside a burnt, acrid smell. These are scenes the dragon once witnessed. The memories replay in the soul that's hidden within my body.
Humans don't need fiends. Their own fear is enough to bring about the world's end.
As if this cruel spectacle of people destroying each other wasn't entertaining enough, I soon find myself falling. My soul trembles in pure ecstasy as I soar through the roaring flames. I pay little attention to the warm droplets that splash my eyes. Enough! I forcefully shove away the one responsible for these visions. The air turns bone-chillingly cold again. I lose my balance and descend. Above me, sunlight pierces through heavy cloud cover, yet the sky grows ever distant as I fall. The dragon's expression changes from cruel amusement to alarm as he spreads his wings. He flies toward me. The air no longer moves when a scorching embrace envelops me. The descent doesn't stop. It's as if I'm being held in a safe cocoon. Oh, he showed a moment of concern. Interesting. The day the dragon and I destroyed the sanctuary, the War of Doomsday began. I never imagined that the peace sustained for over 1,600 years could be broken so easily. It rained for 3 consecutive days in Tara City. I sit in the dragon's lair and receive shiny trinkets every day. One night, a small mountain cat came in to play with me. Oh. Did Sylus bring her a cat? Receives shiny trinkets. Is he trying to cheer her up? It wasn't until later that I realized there's no way a mountain cat, yeah, exactly, can just wander into a dragon's lair on its own. Exactly. Wow, you see, MC and I were could the dragon be comforting me? Sylus thought that she would revel in the fact that her quote-unquote hometown is being burned to the ground because of her lust for revenge, but he didn't expect her to be mortified instead, and I guess he's reflecting on it and he feels remorseful. I guess this is his way to show that he's remorseful, since he isn't exactly human, after all. After the storm clears, the sky above the dragon's nest is still shrouded in dark, swirling clouds. From here, I can see Tara City, a city of ebony that is the opposite of my hometown, a city of ivory. Why do I feel like there's a parallel here? You know, Lincoln City and the N109 zone, and then there's the Sanctuary of Justicia. The City of Ivory and the City of Ebony. That place is chaotic and evil, a home for those who are shunned by others. It's a world different from what I know. Oh, just like the N109 zone. But when night falls, its outline resembles the Ivory City.
What's that sound?
A faint breeze blows from behind me as the dragon folds his wings. He lands a few steps away from me. Oh, she's singing! As I sing the final note, I close my mouth and continue gazing at the distant lights in Tara City. A requiem for the departed.
Sing it again.
Aw. Haven't you ever heard of someone sing before?
I've never heard you sing.
Aw. He sits next to me and his tail curls behind me. The nights in Tara City are always brightly lit. Unlike the flames of war in the Ivory City, desires and revelry burn.
I heard you're the princess of Ivory City.
What? Oh. Is she? I manage a stiff smile. I was supposed to be a weapon to slay dragons. They told me I could kill a dragon, so they filled my head with a lot of things about them. But when they decided to execute me, they said I was a dragon.
That's how humans are. They fear those who are different.
The night breeze rolls across the ground and carries the scent of charred trees. Maybe there's another forest fire nearby.
Why can't you leave that place behind?
I shield a flickering white candle in front of me, its flame about to go out. It's not that. I just lived there for a long time.
Oh, you consider that place your home.
Maybe I just miss the cats, dogs, and birds there.
Face it. No matter how much you hate it or want to leave, a home is still a part of your soul. The more you try to excise it, the more you'll be reminded of who you are.
When I don't respond, he changes the conversation to the topic of my supposed crimes.
Enlighten me. What do you and dragons have in common?
We have nothing in common. I just broke the rules by keeping a golden lamp with an engraved dragon. Aside from the one in The Fiend Slaying God, no dragons are allowed in the sanctuary, but I could only talk to that little dragon. Oh, MC. And one day they caught me talking to it. Even now I can't help but laugh when I remember the Judicator Oracle's expression upon seeing that obsidian dragon coiled around the lamp. It's not a real dragon, right? It's just a painting or a carving. To think a carefully trained dragon-slaying weapon would cherish a dragon instead. The Judicator's Oracle looked like he had been attacked by a dragon. Hysteric, he ordered me to destroy my dragon. I know it's just an object. Destroying it would be easy. I remember clutching the little dragon as I was forced into a corner. The shadows of the crowd engulfed me like a tide. Oh, MC. But I didn't want to listen to them that day. The essence of the Ivory City is reflected in its citizens. People dress nicely, exude grace, and possess untainted souls. The Judicator's Oracle says desire is the seed of calamity. Excessive indulgence will allow this disease to grow quietly. So I had to act like everyone else. I needed to abide by proper etiquette, say the right words, and bind my hands and feet with invisible white threads. All of these things turned me into a puppet without a heart. But they still burned my dragon. To kill my dragon, they framed me for a great crime. They sentenced a puppet to death because it had one desire. Oh, MC. Since they branded me a sorceress, fine then. How could I not do what a sorceress is supposed to do? Strands of my hair flutter as I look at the dragon beside me. Since they destroyed what was most precious to me, it's only fair that they surrender what's most precious to them. Everyone wearing a sacred robe should have their chest split open to see their truest selves. The threads binding me are cut away one by one. I tighten my fist and finally see what's warped inside. And finally see what's wrapped inside. A heart still beating. Revenge and plunder, that's my desire. If you can make it happen, my soul is yours. The night grows colder and the candle finally flickers out. The dragon doesn't respond to my deal. He just leans in closer.
Do you know what you look like right now? You're a young dragon who just grew her horns.
Upon imagining this, I lower my head and start laughing. Maybe he's right. With my little dragon gone, horns grew in my heart.
Growing dragon horns symbolizes a rebirth. It's a good thing.
Sylus? Although right now his name is Dragon. What about you? How did it feel when you grew your horns? Oh, he booped us!
It was nothing special.
The dragon sits back down, avoiding my gaze. I realized this entire time we've only been calling him like the fiend or the dragon. I'm sorry. Can I just talk about... I'm sorry. I'm just gonna pause real quick. Because I'm worried that the thought will fade away and I'm like really feeling it right now. But when MC described her life, how she was raised and what she was led to believe, and then when she held on to this one thing that made her happy, she gets what? She gets branded as evil just because of it. And it's so cruel how they make her do this one thing to the only thing she cherished the entire time she lived as an orphan. And it's very heartbreaking. And I feel like there was something that Sylus says, I can't remember. Actually, can I just check the history right here? He said something about a home being here. Why can't you leave that place behind? It's not that I just lived there for a long time. You consider that place your home. Face it, no matter how much you hate it or want to leave, a home is still part of your soul. The more you try to excise it, the more you'll be reminded of who you are. I feel like he's calling back on his own experiences, I guess. But he's supposed to be a fiend, right? A fiend who only feasts on human souls. Yet he's doing a really good job trying to navigate MC's feelings right now. Like, he's trying hard to understand why she is so torn about this supposed city that treated her so badly turning into ashes. Why did that hurt her so much? And then from talking to him, MC sort of like manages to realize something inside herself. She realizes that she wants revenge. And there's this growing hatred in her that Sylus made her realize. And she wants to do something about it. And it's interesting. It's like, I know from the outside that may sound kind of awful and toxic, but just imagine MC was not able to feel desire unless or else she'll be branded evil. And now that she's free of that, she's like, yo, all these feelings are in me, you know, like let's get it out. And it's coming out like this. And Sylus is just very proudly saying, like, what you're feeling right now is a feeling of rebirth. Be proud. He's helping her embrace the feelings she's feeling right now, whether they're negative or positive, which I really like, especially for someone like MC who wasn't able to openly express any form of desire as she grew up. Okay, I'm sorry. This was such a beautiful moment. And I think we're only in chapter 3. Damn.
It just hurt a bit.
Then are you a dragon or a human? Maybe he doesn't hear me, or maybe he just ignores it. He lets out a chuckle. I know my request can be considered unreasonable. It's fine if you can't do it.
Even if your desire is to resurrect the people of the Ivory City, it's still within my capabilities.
Holy shit. Is this a fiend's act of kindness?
People are far more interesting alive than dead.
Oh, shit.
If you truly want revenge, the best way is to keep them alive. Or would you say this world is the closest thing to hell itself?
Oh.
You can only feel pain when you're alive.
Oh, damn. Wow, okay. His expression is malicious when he speaks, but his eyes sparkle like gemstones. I recall the dragon in the valley with a sword in its chest. Is this the wisdom you've learned as a dragon?
You faced death before. You should know the answer.
Do you think you'll devour my soul first, or will I pluck out your eye first? The dragon ignores my mischievous question and looks beyond Tara City.
Sing that song again.
I know our conversation is brought to a close. It's boring without music. It sounds better with an organ accompaniment. Can you get one for me?
It's a simple matter. Consider it done.
He gets up to leave and I grab hold of his tail. MC is so bold now. It's very subtle, but there's a bond growing here. Like, it's not fully said, but just the way that they respond to each other and how softly Sylus is talking to her. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's still a fiend, right? You see the mirth in his eyes when he's talking about, like, destruction and the evilness of humans and whatnot because he's bored and all that. Like, he is still very much a fiend, a demon. But it's interesting how softly he's treating MC. Hey, do you have a name?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, this is when he tells us his name. You can't eat me for now, and I won't be leaving anytime soon. Looks like we'll be stuck with each other for a while. What should I call you? Demon? Dragon? Or maybe Drago? The fiend gives me a cold stare. Oh, he doesn't like the nicknames? Sensing his boredom, I shut my mouth, but then I hear 2 faint syllables rumble from his throat. Styrus? Are you telling me to stay clear?
It's an ancient Philosian word. Since you can't read it, you probably won't understand it.
Oh, interesting. How How about I call you by a name that sounds similar? Is Sylus alright with you?
Call me whatever you want, but don't expect me to respond.
She named him? Wait a minute. She named him. And he uses it. And he has the gall to say, oh, only if I respond. Like, sir, that's your name, alright? You definitely responded. Oh, damn. Yo, oh, wow. I don't know why, but I'm getting goosebumps and I'm sweating at the same time. Jeez, I need to calm down. The dragon rises and his unseen wings stir up small gusts around him. Where are you going, Sylus? He takes a half step back and falls off the cliff. Aw,
I'll be resting.
Aww. Wait, I wanna... He responded. Aw. Wait. I don't know. I want to screen cap like this whole thing, but I'm sure if I press this, it's just gonna be a black screen. On the night I learned the dragon's name, I see him again in my dream. He falls into the valley as soldiers from the Legion of Justitia thrust their weapons into his chest. He slides down, and sharp rocks tear into his flesh. A dragon's roar fills the valley, then slowly fades into silence. But at the bottom of the valley, it's not a dragon lying there. It's a young man, barely clinging to life. I knew it. So it is a lie. Oh, okay, wow. That's really... There's just so much I need to just digest for a bit, so just give me a moment to gather my thoughts. Okay, so I took a few notes, and I'm just gonna lower down the volume of the game because I realize it gets a little loud later. Alright, so, wow. Okay, first off, few things that come to mind is first MC's abilities. I thought they branded her as a sorceress because of her resonating powers, but it turns out it's just because Girly had a hobby. I feel like since MC doesn't exactly have a sickness in this myth, well, I mean, it's only been 3 chapters, so I'm not sure, but it feels like she doesn't really have any sort of... And because of that, her powers seem to be intact. However, it doesn't look like she knows how to use it. And because of that, we can see that her powers sort of just went beyond what we know. Now, first off, I'm basing this by assuming that the claymore that she pulled out of Sylus has the power to kill dragons. Because 1, it did manage to seal him. And 2, Sylus did mention that its full potential can only be wielded by its true master. So I'm assuming the only way to kill a fiend is to destroy its soul. You know, what with its healing powers and everything. So when MC pulled the claymore out, I imagined it ripped at his soul. And as she ripped a piece of his soul out, MC probably accidentally took a piece of it into herself. Which is why he was saying, I'm here to get back something from you. So I can only assume it's a piece of his soul that she accidentally took out. Now, was it fate? Maybe? I mean, if she's the owner of the claymore and his true nemesis, as they mentioned, I forgot, I think in chapter 1 or chapter 2, the true nemesis is the wielder of that great sword, then I guess it was fate that she was the one to release him. And then now I'm suspecting whether he already knew that she would be the one to release him. That's the thing. So I'm not sure. That's why I'm still in between whether this is their first meeting or not, because for some reason it does feel like he knew she would be the one to release him. But MC's power sort of made it different because instead of, you know, the normal nemesis kind of thing, she ended up taking a piece of his soul and therefore she shared his memories. And I feel like it sort of disrupted the whole destiny that they were supposed to have, being arch nemesis and all. Because in the end, we can see them growing closer. Now, it makes this whole enemies to lovers trope between a fiend and a human feel super possible because MC could literally relive his memory. She's not just seeing it. She's fully experiencing his pain physically, emotionally, and not to mention they also seem to be able to relate to each other as outcasts. So because of that, their growing relationship is very believable. And it almost feels like it doesn't need to be vocalized because they can just see it in each other. The way Sylus observes her and the way MC observes him at the same time. It always feels like there are pieces and bits of it where they feel like they're relating to each other. Now, I wasn't able to fully articulate this point before, but that beautiful moment in chapter 3, the chapter we just went through, where MC is sort of like coming to terms with her emotions, the way Sylus finds her embracing her truth, I guess, in a sense, like finding out what she really wanted, whether it's good or bad, I felt like he found it captivating, beautiful, I guess. Because you can see the way his interest in her went from something like little to pass the time. It turned to genuine interest after that. He found her, it seems like he found her alive and beautiful. And it even sounds like he's ready to like support her through it. And it's sort of funny because MC is talking about revenge and Sylus doesn't really shame her or even hype it up as her like falling into temptation. But instead, he's calling it a rebirth and even liking her to a dragon. His kin, by the way. And that kind of shows that he's sort of genuinely proud of her growing as a person. Maybe not proud, but he is pleasantly surprised. Not to mention, he looks down on humans, so the fact that he would call her a dragon just goes to show how much he's looking at her entirely differently. Now, okay, now I have to talk about this. The Order of Justicia. I'm sorry, I think that's what they're called. Off the bat, they sound like super oppressive and self-centered jerks. I feel like the lore on which they founded itself is most definitely bullshit. You remember that mural that Sylus was looking at when they went into that temple thingy? Was it a temple? I guess it was a temple. When he was looking at the mural, there was a mural of a fiend being stabbed by the judicator. I forgot what they're called. But yeah, he was being stabbed by the judicator. But the memories that MC has seen, or the memories that Sylus has shown to her while she was sleeping in her dream, it doesn't seem like he was taken down just by one guy. He was stabbed by multiple men. And I remember the line saying that at the edge or at the bottom of the mountain, what stood was not a dragon but a young man struggling to survive. So I have a feeling like maybe just because Sylus had horns and a tail or wings that they just stabbed him. And then they glorified this whole action as the judicator slaying a beast in order to maybe, make himself famous. And the whole people ended up worshipping him. So now I'm also questioning Sylus's origins a little bit. I think MC did ask him, so are you a dragon or a human? But then he couldn't respond. I don't know. I really wanted him to be a full-on demon. So if it turns out he's just a human that was cursed or whatever, I'll be a little disappointed. I feel like they're not really going down that line. So I'm not sure. One thing I really like about this story, and I know it's only been 3 chapters, is how much of a fiend Sylus really is. He may not be 100% guilty, but he is definitely not 100% innocent either. It feels like all these things, like these games he plays, that sort of puts you between life and death. I feel like he does it to feel alive, like he's living, because he's super bored. And not in a way where nothing is interesting. I think he's finding it hard to find meaning in his life. He's fighting to live, but then he doesn't know why. This is just my interpretation, by the way. And I feel like the only way he knows how to live is by doing all of these things, because he is, after all, a product of his environment. If he's been treated that horribly at such a young age, or I guess as a young man, that's a young age, right? As a young man, I can understand why he's acting this way. Is it right to do so? No, of course not. But you just sort of understand why it's turned out this way. And now there's this girl, MC, who sort of brought something new to the table. I feel like he's feeling a different sort of exhilaration from her, like she brought in something different to his life. And it happened the very moment she fell down. You know, when she was like falling off the mountain after having the vision of the Ivory City burning. That moment where it changed from him smirking to him being alert. I think it's because he fully expected her to, you know, as he said, fall into temptation as all humans do. Because obviously these people have been horrible to her and he can relate to that. He knew. In fact, I feel like he wouldn't even blame her. But he really expected her to be happy, maybe. I guess that's what he was expecting. But instead, she was mortified. Because deep down, even though MC did want revenge, I guess she just didn't want a lot of other people to die. And now the entire Ivory City is like burning to a crisp. And so her actions sort of shattered his belief about how humans are supposed to be. And I guess that sort of opens up a new perspective for Sylus. And that's why now he's very, very enamored by her, by MC. And you can see that it's growing into a genuine affection. Or, I don't know, maybe not yet? It seems like I can see it a little bit, like when he asked her to sing. I felt, yeah, it felt like that. But anyway, I don't want to ramble for too long. This is a really long video. Unfortunately, because I've been recording for almost 2 hours. I'm gonna have to end it here. I think if the chapters are gonna be this long, I might make this into a 3-parter video. I don't know. I will try. I will try. Overall, I am fully enjoying this myth. I can't believe how emotional and invested it made me feel. It's gonna be hard for me to put this down, but I can't wait to continue. So do tell me what you think so far about the 3 chapters, and if I missed anything, please let me know in the comments down below. You know I love reading everyone's theories and opinions about the character, so do that. So if you like this video, do like and subscribe if you feel like it, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Until then, bye bye!